So Delta Green, this is session 14. In the last session, as a recap, the agents find themselves in a familiar yet downward spiral that is similar to them, that is reminiscent of the night floors that they encountered in New York City 20 years ago. This time it's at the Dorchester House in Boston, Massachusetts, a mental illness facility, treatment facility.
Convenient.
They go to investigate at the Dorchester House, being called by a handler that's kind of doesn't have a record with Delta Green, and neither does the operation. Nonetheless, the agents, Mignon, Maya, and Mantillo, go to the Dorchester House during the day, investigate it, meet some of the staff, and then decide to stay the evening at the Dorchester House.
That was a brilliant move.
Pro move.
I was like, of all the options they have, they just, you guys are going to stay the night? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Did I hear that correctly? Yes. Okay.
Let's have a sleepover.
You're welcome.
What could possibly go wrong? So the last session, in session 13, they find themselves waking up. Actually, even before that, at the end of session 12, they wake up in a single room separately in rooms that appear to be in the Dorchester House mental health facility. And in session 13, they wake up, find each other, and realize that things are not traditional reality. They've met Dr. Friend, who seems to be the head physician of the facility and has no, when asked about the individual that oversees the facility during the day, Dr. Dallin, he has no recollection. It doesn't ring a bell. Seems like a friendly enough individual. And he also have met Mr. Ed, who seems to be one of the staff orderlies of the Dorchester House. Kind of a lurch type looking individual, very tall and kind of
you ran.
Very much not verbal or verbose in any way, shape, or form. And Dr. Friend's doing his rounds. You guys kind of follow his coattails for a little while until you decide to go on your own merry way, the group of you. Go into an elevator. The elevator lists floors 1, 2, and 5. You're not sure if it's going up, down, sideways. It's hard to determine. In the elevator, Maya notices the emergency phone and picks up the emergency phone to see if it rings through to anywhere. And it does. There's quite a bit of static on the line, broken up, somebody talking in on the other line, but comes to realize that she is connecting with Agent Mignon in Abigail Wright's apartment in New York 20 years ago. Or so it seems, while Mignon is standing right next to her. You hear the Polaroids being shot, and Mignon, past Mignon, asks if you are upstairs in the McAllister building. And then the phone goes dead and breaks up. You guys visit the kitchen, which seems rather mundane with different food and things of that nature. And then eventually at one point, as you're going down the hall and Jerry Gladstone, a.k.a. Mignon, is near the elevator, somebody tries to catch the elevator and he catches a glimpse of Thomas Manuel, who is also from the McAllister building 20 years ago. And from what you noticed, Mignon, unaged. You can,
wearing some kind of weird police hat or something.
who is you?
No, Thomas.
Oh, and the photograph?
Manuel. Yeah.
That's the same photograph from 20 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it might have been weird then, too. I don't know.
It's maybe just a trendy thing, I'm sure.
Same
Yeah.
hat.
Can't wear a cop hat. The only thing that makes it a cop hat is the badge. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Otherwise, it's just a hat.
Anyways, /R, Lou, /R, space. You guys continue your kind of quest to find the missing agents in the Dorchester house. Just kind of like moving on to whatever you try to make sense of. You find a gymnasium as you go out the front door of the Dorchester house, thinking just hours ago, earlier, you would have opened it up and went right out into the parking lot, only to be in a gymnasium with bleachers and basketball hoops. Ultimately, Agent Mantillo witnesses the yellow sign once again, but seems unaffected.
Don't care.
And then you come across another individual that is roaming the halls of wherever you are, Mr. Wild, and his cat Cuddles.
Oh, yeah.
And starts asking you details about why you're there, who you are, and kind of tags along with you as you go down some of the hallways of the Dorchester house. And he picks out Dorothy, points her out, sitting in a waiting room on the way throughout the hallways. And he mentions how she sometimes can hear or see the dead. But pay no mind. The mission is in front of you. You continue. And you go to a room thinking that it's may play some significance in your search for those agents. And on the outside of the room, there's a placard that says Darabandi on it. And you walk into the room and you witness who you think must be Mr. Darabandi, a short individual, wide-eyed, seems relatively unstable, grabs Maya and her gown or the pajamas that you guys are all wearing as what seems to be patients of the Dorchester House mental facility, saying, "I may have killed somebody. The king told me to do it. Boy, girl, and then laughs maniacally in your face. And as you look at his hands, you notice they are raw, waterlogged, as if he had been working submerged for quite some time, at least his hands. And of course, there's a sand check that Maya critically succeeds on. And everything seems to be just kind of another day in the life of M-Cell agents on their mission. And so
I wrote,
yeah, go ahead, Edwin.
I wrote down that Mr. Darabandi was not wearing pajamas, but I did not write down what he is wearing. Is he just in street clothes of some sort?
Silk pajamas, I have.
Silk pajamas. Or nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A different sound check. Good recap. I think I remember half of that.
I figured it might be a little fuzzy. It's been a month since we've played, so
It definitely matches my notes. So that's a good sign that at least as a player, my reality has not been shifted.
Because last time we did wonder if Edwin's sanity was being lost. Actually, the player.
Yes.
I think you called it out recently, Sean. We met a lot of characters in that last session, right?
Yeah, we did.
So we could potentially double back and talk to some of them. There's all kinds of stuff we can do. We were single-minded in looking for the agents. So we were you were opening one door after another.
Yeah, Mr. Wild wanted to know what was going on, and you are definitely focused on bypassing anyone that you'd come
Well,
across.
we mostly wanted to escape. We mostly wanted to escape.
Right.
Well, that's your... Yes.
Not be here.
Right. Originally, when you wanted to walk out the front door, that would have been...
It did not work.
It did not work, no.
Yeah, there was no outside.
Right. But yeah, so we're still there with Mr. Darabandi?
Yes, and he's like...
Yeah, Maya backs up for sure. And I actually had a note, Lou, maybe you have this. Did Darabandi at the end ask Mignon something?
I have that I showed him the symbol.
And he showed much respect for
Abigail's apartment.
That's right.
And that's when he said, "Oh, you know, the king." And then he started being very friendly with me.
And I think he asked you, has he asked you to kill anyone? That sound right, Sean?
I think he did. Did he talk to me? I don't remember if I didn't write that down.
I might be misremembering. I've got it as a note, but I was tired, so. All right, so you've showed him that. What has Mignon just showed Darabandi?
Well,
the symbol that we found on Abigail's wall.
Yeah, and I remember, like, he was very up in your guys' face. You could feel the breath on your skin, and I know that at one point Jerry was like kind of trying to separate him, and as he's like crunched up against him, trying to show something out of his journal. I remember.
Well, he'd written that like over and over and over and over again in the journal.
Yeah, in my journal.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's right.
Maya just backs off and says, "Give us some room, Mr. Darabandi. Give us some room." We don't know this king. Who's the king you're talking about?
The king? The king in yellow? He's the divine ruler who has transcended reality. Calls to certain families, people, places, things, times, drawing them all together under his rule and kingdom called Carcosa.
Carcosa. Is that where we are?
No. He's like, no. As if it's a silly question. Each subject is seized like a fly in his web and pulled in.
I would explain it.
We each persist here at the end of such a thread being pulled ever towards him at the center of all things. He's gathered several books, King's pronouncements, gathered in several books, including the Imperial Dynasty of America and the play The King in Yellow. Have you read?
Play, you say?
Yes.
Book.
Yeah, Maya shares a glance at both of the others, just at the mention of books, because we've been on the lookout for them. That was supposed to be a connecting factor with the agents. Does he use the books to like lure people to him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen
Abigail?
Have you seen the yellow sign?
I definitely have.
And he takes his like shirt, like his gown, and he takes it from the collar and rips it with strength that you didn't think he really had. He's kind of a gaunt, small guy, and he rips it. And on his chest is this symbol carved into it, like with somebody might have taken a knife, carved
like freshly, or it's scarred.
It's probably a couple days old.
Ooh, it's fresh.
So relatively fresh, yeah.
Nasty.
He kind of like proudly presents it to you and says, "See, it's the yellow sign."
Has Mantillo seen the yellow sign yet? I know that the other two of us
did.
have.
I think everybody has seen the yellow sign.
I was not bothered by it.
Darabandi, did you mark yourself in this fashion?
Yes. Yes, isn't it beautiful?
That's great.
It's something.
Who'd you kill?
Oh, I didn't kill anybody.
You sure about that?
I am most positive. Hold on a second. Oh. Yeah.
Last time he said it was a dream.
He started by saying I may have killed someone.
Yeah, and then he said, but it was all a dream.
Well, yeah, but
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Jeez.
All right.
No sweat, man.
Just don't kill anyone.
We will plot.
All right, we figured it all
Yeah.
out already.
Fantastic.
We're done.
All right.
We're playing
awesome.
DCC now.
Excellent.
I'm rolling a
I'm gonna do a
D18 right
heroic,
now.
0 level. Hey, I'm a
heroic action.
gong farmer. Yeah.
D18.
Mighty deed, I kill the king in yellow.
Mighty deed, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there he is. He's saying he hasn't killed anybody.
So, Darabandi, do you know where one of the king's books currently is?
No. No, but you must have read
What
it.
about
You must have seen the yellow sign prior. The king has touched each one of you.
Accidentally. We didn't mean to.
Oh,
We don't want to be here.
It's never by accident, always by the king's will. All such touched souls must struggle to find their way to the king and receive judgment. The only other choice is an eternity of banishment in the night world.
So, how do we get an audience with the king?
Ah, that is the question.
I put a question mark on the end.
You will know. You will find your own way. I cannot help you.
Is that what everyone in here is waiting for? An audience with this guy? Is that what you're waiting for?
Well, I am not waiting for the king. But when he sends for me, I will heed his call.
What are you waiting for? What brings you here?
Yellow sign, of course. The play, the magnificence of the king.
Is there a window in the room?
Sure.
Maya wanders over, just can't help herself but look out. She knows, what is it, like some kind of just gray or something out there?
It's dark, obviously, and then there's the shadow down below, and then across is another window. And
I'm picturing like 70s horror movie, like dark soundstage, where you can tell it's not really outside, but it's dark and
Yes.
it's supposed to be outside.
yes, exactly.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you're not even sure it's outside, but you would. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So she checks out the window and over her shoulder says to him, just, this isn't the real world where we are right now, right? You know if there's a way back?
The real world. What is the real world?
We can show you if you can lead us back there.
No. I cannot lead you back. And as you say that, Agent Maya, you feel kind of a tug on the back of your smock.
Say what? Is there anybody behind her?
Yeah, there's Mr. Wild.
Was he here the whole time?
I don't know if he's ever left.
Oh, okay.
But he's kind of like very slyly trying to do it on the down low.
Oh, and Wild has the cat, right?
Yeah, Cuddles.
Yeah.
So she kind of looks just over her shoulder and then just kind of turns.
but there Mr. Wilde stands.
She just leans a little closer to him, as in, if you have something to say quietly, I'm listening, kind of thing.
I think I can help you.
With the getting out of here part or the finding the king part?
Getting you out.
Did Big Blabbermouth Mignon hear that? or
I
is he
doubt it,
talking
but
only to Maya?
since Jerry wanted to inject, I would just allow it this one time.
Okay. Okay.
You were thinking it.
Because Mr. Wilde is certainly not wanting to bring attention to himself with
Yeah. That's what I'm
Darabandi
getting at.
standing there.
So Maya puts herself between Darabandi and him, so he can see the back of her head, and he can't see Mr. Wilde.
Yeah.
And she basically mouths and kind of says quietly, "We want to leave. Yes, we want your help to go."
I will. I feel like this part of the agent training works well, and I will continue to ask Darabandi about Abigail and crossing the ocean, and generally
keep him distracted.
Yeah.
Smart.
Okay, so Darabandi's engaged with Agent Mantillo. You guys listen to his conversation between him and Darabandi?
No. So okay. Maya will try to maneuver Wilde towards the door.
Yeah.
And certainly if Mignon, if Jerry can weasel out of the other conversation and join, he certainly can. I'm not trying to lock you out, Lou.
No, I'll be flipping in my book and jotting notes down, trying to search my mind for any occult information that sounds anything like something I would.
Sure.
Okay. So Maya will either get on the other side of the room, Sean, or out in the hallway a little bit, somewhere where there's definitely not a chance of being overheard. Basically.
Yeah, just outside the threshold of the doorway to the room.
Okay.
Well, it says that there is an individual here, King Bale. He's a patient.
Or you say Dale or Bale?
Bale.
Bale.
He spells it out Bael.
That's a whole different spelling than I was hoping for.
Doesn't spell it, but
so I get extra points for spelling it that way.
You do.
Nice.
I was thinking Christian Bale, a little later.
Lou, I would expect nothing less from you.
That's it.
These other two, we'll work it out.
Oh.
I would have said Bale.
Bale.
Yes.
Bale.
Yeah.
Bale.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's my Midwestern accent that I get commented on that's throwing things off. So I said it.
You guys just totally the devil.
You just didn't hear it that way.
Yep, understood.
Last name, the Bub.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Where can we find King Bale? He nearby?
He is maybe difficult to find, but he is, I believe, on this floor.
And he can go back and forth. Is that right? Show us the way?
Yes, I do not know the ways of how things work. But
do you know about this? She stops when she doesn't mean to interrupt him.
He says,
lets him speak.
If you find the hallway with the yellow floor, follow that to its end, you should be able to find him in a room filled with books. That is where you will find him, and he will be able to help you.
His brow furrows, her eyes squint a little bit, and she's like, "Yellow floor? This isn't like the same king in yellow guy that he's talking about, is it? This is someone different, right?"
No, this is something different.
It's a good witch, not a bad witch.
Mr. Wow, this has been very helpful. Is there anything else you can tell us that we need to know? We're not trying to hurt anyone here. We're just trying to understand this place and go back home.
I do not know what else to tell you.
Are you trapped here? Have you ever gone back, or have you been to Carcosa?
No, this is my home. I am a patient here.
What do you call this place?
This is the night world.
She looks back towards where the other conversation is happening, because he called them the night world too, right?
He did.
Or mentioned the night world.
Yeah.
So is everyone who's here in the night world, they all stay here all the time?
Well, not necessarily.
Except for King Bale.
They come and go. We'll all see each other again when the curtain closes.
Jerry, you here? Or are you at the other conversation?
I wasn't at the other conversation, but I heard the word books, and I was
drew him
started
in.
to listen. Yeah.
So she glances at Jerry and then back at Wild and says, "What curtain?"
I would assume that's referring to this quote play.
Yes.
Oh, The King in Yellow.
Well, I have to go find Cuddles now.
One last question before you leave. Have you ever heard of the McAllister building? You know if there's a hallway connecting it or a door that leads there from here?
No, I don't know.
Okay. We'll try to find King Bale. Thank you, Mr. Wild.
Good luck. And he wanders down the hall. Every once in a while, you can hear him go, Cuddles. Come here, Cuddles. Meanwhile, Mantillo and Darabandi are talking back and forth, and he essentially, with the questions that you posed to him, runs you around in circles, Mantillo. You don't garner anything that makes sense to you. It's like obscurities and non-directions, and
I am shocked.
the minute you're like, you hook on something he says, it doesn't, then he follows up for, with your clarity, or you see clarity, and becomes even more convoluted.
Good enough. So when I see that the other two are done, I will.
Yeah.
I don't think I even say anything. I think I just turn and walk away from him in the middle of whatever he's saying, and head towards Maya and Jerry.
Okay.
Well,
we know Maya will wave to Darabandi and I don't want to have this conversation even within sight of him. So basically, we start walking down the hallway. Thank you for your help. And as we turn, she'll say, well, we learned a little, or maybe one person here. His name is King Bale, that might know some way to move between this place, which they call the night world, and home, where we want to go. We got to find this. I wonder
if just 3-4 more hours and it'll be morning and we wake up and then we're not in the night world anymore.
So can I make an occult check?
Yes, Lou, you can make an occult check. Actually, you don't need to.
I was going to say, because even Lou knows who Bale is.
Yeah. Who is Bale, Lou?
He's one of the demon princes.
Yeah. He is, through your research and knowledge, that he is the creator of classical demonology throughout history.
Okay. But he's not the demon, he's actually the king.
He goes by King
Or
Bale.
he is a demon. All right.
So while we're walking, are you saying this? Because Maya does not.
I am going to tell you that we must be careful dealing with this King Bale.
Why is that?
Because he is probably not of this world. Anything
Not
that
of this world or not of that world? I mean, this.
not of our former world. And,
Okay.
in my studies, I've come across him often. I'm sure any machinations that he has, they're for his own benefit, not ours.
Nice try, Mantillo. Nope.
83.
She's thinking about cheeseburgers.
83 on a cult. Nice
Yeah.
roll. Well done.
He
Bravo.
just wanted to jack it up a little bit next session.
Oh dear. Well, we're looking. She'll explain what we're looking for. A hall with a yellow floor. I guess he moves around. His room has a lot of books. Are you so? Yeah, she doesn't quite know how to vocalize her Catholic girl worry of what this thing might be. Right? Her father's super religious. She has that weirdness in her background, so she's just keeping quiet about what Sirius just told her.
Feel like, we just walk randomly and eventually maybe we see a yellow floor, maybe we don't.
We can ask anybody we come across, right? They may have seen.
Have you seen the yellow floor?
Whatever that matters. Exactly.
That sounds great.
Um,
We think we're on the first floor still, right?
I don't remember if you guys went down to the first or the fifth.
I think we did because we were trying to
did.
go outside the front door.
It doesn't matter.
Well, he did say no. He did say no. I'm just trying to remember what sorts of things should be like that we're likely to see on this floor. But he told us to stay on this floor, right? Didn't he?
He said it was on this floor. Yes, he did.
Your buddy
Yes, he
Wild there?
Wild
We
did.
can't find his cat?
Right.
That's right.
Who knows where the cat is? It's probably not even a cat.
Probably
I hate
not
this
a
fucking
cat.
place.
The cat is probably King Bale.
Did you find anything else out from Durabandi?
Useless.
Yeah. Let's not talk to him again.
He's useless. Yeah, we didn't I can't even picture him, so I don't feel like there's any reason to talk to him.
Fair
So I
enough
guess we're
for
just
us.
walking, right? We're
Yes,
just walking
we
down the
explore.
hall.
So
Yeah.
you guys walk and walk some more. I'm not going to describe 50 different hallways that you guys go down and can't
Looking
figure
for a
out.
yellow hallway.
But eventually you come to a hallway that is obviously different. Like it has the floor goes from like a yellow straight tile that you've noticed through the Dorchester House since you've been here, minus the gymnasium and some maybe other changes, maybe some carpeted areas, and you come to this yellow floor. It's completely solid yellow, not tiled or anything. It seems like it might even be made out of like a strange liquid poured epoxy. Like it's just, but it's all uniform in color. And obviously it has to be the yellow hallway, right? That Wild referenced.
So the thing I'm worried about is that I feel like you said we're gonna find him in a room full of books, and we're never gonna see Jerry again. Jerry, don't start reading.
Yes, but think that all I could learn. I thought I
No.
knew a lot.
No. This is not the time to get all Dewey Decimal. No. Don't do it. Those books are going to be dangerous. You know it.
How many occultists get to learn occult information from one of the premier?
Well, it's true. It's true. If you want to stay here, that's fine. We'll just leave you here.
I don't want to stay here, but
all right. Well, that's your choice. You start reading, you're going to stay here.
Mantillo, no way. He might fuck it up for the two of us. We might not be able to get back either. Remember, she has a pot lid and a pot, and she crashes them in front of Jerry's face. Like,
that's awesome.
She's like, don't do it. No fucking pulling books off the shelf.
Forgot about the pot lid. That's awesome.
Jerry, if we figure this out, we'll be able to come back here. We're looking for the other agents. We'll figure it out. Yeah, but let's just make sure we can get back the one time we need to.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing I didn't tell everybody. Bale can make you invisible.
So
What they have to do with anything?
Maybe that will help us get out of here. People in ancient times used to summon him to become invisible. I know it sounds crazy.
yes.
Crazy. No books.
So I think we're walking down the hallway as we're talking.
Yes.
Okay. And the hallway seems rather mundane. It gets dark. There's no lighting, but yet you could still see it at the end, no matter which end you look towards. So it seems as though the tunnel, it's like a tunnel. And if you turn back to see where you're coming from, it's a little bit lighter. And
no doors?
No doors along the sides of the walls, but there is a single door at the end of this. It's probably, it seems like you've probably walked, probably 50 feet.
I say, are we getting closer to it, or are we just walking and it's...
Yeah, okay. You get closer to it, and it's a door similar to those that separate maybe different wings or different hallways within the Dorchester House. That's got a push bar on it. It's got a cutout that you can see, and it's relatively dark inside with a slight glow coming from some strange angle. So it's not just a black void of a room.
I'll put my hands around my eyes and try to look through through that window.
There is a small glow of what seems to be almost like a lantern, like a battery powered lantern of some kind. So in the middle of what appears to be the room, and then there's books kind of in a small pile in the middle of the room. And you could see that there is a figure there's a figure in the middle of the books with the lantern. And then there is also what seems to appear to be an old telephone, like a, desk phone with a rotary dial on it.
I got some of those.
Yeah.
I turn to Maya and I say, well, it's just a pile of books. It's not a whole library of them, at least. I think there's someone in there. Do you think we knock or just...
She goes.
So she nods. So
yeah, still no books. Then yes,
I will knock on
just one of those books.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
Does he turn around? Does he do anything?
He seems to be moving subtly, but and it looks like he's got like holding the phone up to his head.
He's on the phone.
Yeah.
I will open the door.
Yeah, it's a push. If it's a crash bar, you just push to get through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you enter the room, again, the light from the lantern seems to kind of give it a brighter whitish hue to the area around him. And you see an individual sitting there. And as he's sitting there, he's not, he's not distracted by your presence or the door opening or hearing you walk into the room. But you hear him every once in a while, there'll be a pause and he'll say something like to the effect of, the first is drawn. He's like, the first is drawn in the apartment. And then this opens the way for the party mask. Got it? There's silence. Kind of silence continues.
What else is in the room? There's the books, the lantern, the guy on the phone. What's the guy on the phone dressed like, and what else is in the room?
He is. See if I can give you an example or a description.
Black cape with a satin red interior.
Yeah.
Hooves, horns.
Pretty much, yeah. Pitchfork.
Tail.
Actually look more like a cat or a toad.
Okay. Thanks, Jerry.
He appears to be pretty thickly muscled, Caucasian man. He's got a crew cut, short blonde hair fading to gray at the temples.
John Cena.
It could be John Cena.
I think he's me, actually.
And he wears a thick. He does wear probably Jerry. Yeah, he does wear a thick woolen robe. What appears to be a woolen robe.
Excuse us. Hello, Lord King Bale.
I don't think this is the king.
No,
I think this was his secretary.
As you say that, he has the phone and he looks over and he holds up his finger like this.
we all wave.
I go over to the books.
I will walk around the perimeter of the room.
Okay.
Harry.
The perimeter of the room seems relatively bare. The books, there's a smell. There's like a dank smell as you kind of get closer to the books. And it reeks of them being probably moist and wet, actually. But the air is dry. It's not humid. You're not sure why. But
do I catch any titles on these books? Like, are these occult books? What are these?
It's hard to say, man. It's dark. They're all scattered throughout.
As Jerry starts to reach in to pick up a book, I reach for and then realize I don't have my gun with me.
Very safe.
Yeah.
So I do have a question about the books. So these are not like Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew and with art on the cover. Are these like leather bound books, like old books?
Yeah. Some of them are like ripped apart. Some pages are strewn all over. It is, I mean, just take a library shelf and just dump it on the floor and have it there for a long time and people ripping them up. And, you're not sure which ones are complete and they're all open. Some are, in good shape.
I grab a handful of pages off the ground and just go over to the lantern just to see, like, is it just fiction? Is it just whatever?
Maya shakes her head, looks at Mantillo and says, will you manage that?
You said no books. These are individual pages.
He's like, he
says, I will walk over.
No, it's in the mansion, but Lundin needs to build it first. Send Asa. He nods.
So
and he's like shakes his head and then
that's Garibaldi.
And then he hangs up the phone.
Oh.
Says,
I will go and take the pages out of Jerry's hand.
Says, I figured I would conduct business later since I've been so rudely interrupted.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You are King Bale?
I am he. And you
Mr. Mantillo.
Mantillo.
I think. Yeah.
See.
Maya, and that's Jerry.
Jerry, so glad to meet you.
Jerry's a famous author. He's really excited to meet you. Mr. Wilde suggested that we should come see you.
Ah, yes. Mr. Wilde. He is of help to me on occasions. Trying to.
Oh, that's excellent. But that's good for us.
So what brings you here?
We have no idea what brought us here, but we'd love to get back, and apparently you might be able to help with that.
Can you really teach me how to be invisible?
I just look at Jerry briefly, and I look back at King Bale.
Says, perhaps I'm not quite sure what it's referring to, but is there a particular reason you want to become invisible?
No. We don't want to become invisible. We want to go home. Shut up, Jerry.
Maya says, she kind of interrupts and says, we're looking for people. We're here by accident. We think we didn't mean to stumble in here. And we're looking for some 6 people that have gone missing. Maybe they're in here. We don't know, but we've never been in here before.
Abigail too.
We're here by accident, right? Abigail, another woman that we were looking for years ago. And Bright told us.
As soon as you say that, he kind of chuckles. Years ago. He says that is quite amusing.
Yeah.
Says there's no time here
There's no time. There's no place. Of course not.
or identity.
So we're just beginning to understand that, right? And we'd like to go back to where we came from. We'll come back here again because there are some people here that we have to find. But,
instead of making him invisible, can you make it so Jerry just can't talk?
I don't believe that's one of your powers there.
Make him silent?
King
That would
Bale.
be good. But yeah.
He's got this huge grin on his face, just finding you utterly just amusing.
Well, that's something.
And he says, take you back to where you came from. You're not supposed to be here. Something happened years ago. Do you hear yourselves? He says, there is no time or place, as I have said. There is only Carcosa.
Excellent. I turn around and go towards the door.
Okay.
And I will try to open it and leave.
All right. You open up the door. There's a yellow hallway that goes back the way you came.
All right. I'll start walking down it.
Okay.
Mantillo, he's our only way out. Mantillo.
He's a fucking lunatic just like all the others.
I'm not leaving.
So
I feel like I'm standing in the doorway with the door open.
Turns to Jerry. He says, what did you say your name was?
Jerry Gladstone.
Jerry.
Accomplished author and occult. No?
Jerry Gladstone. He says, as an author, he says, where do you think your thoughts and creativity come from? Where does that stem? Is that experiences that you've lived, or maybe experiences that you haven't lived? He says,
so far, all he's written is stuff he's lived.
I thought I knew, but this is totally making me think elsewise. And elsewise isn't a word, so I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Otherwise,
this is all of human history, industry. You know, Jerry, and even time is only a fiction that mankind has dreamt around it.
Maya says, okay, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how to get us back to the fiction where we came from? To that place?
And as he's looking at Jerry, he slowly turns to look at Maya. This direction. And says, this is only after a gong is sounded by Urizen, the starry king.
Another king? Because you're a king, right?
Well,
there's the king in yellow guy. Who's Urizen? Why does he bang a gong? Get it on. Bang a gong. Urizen. She looks at Jerry. Do you know who Urizen is? Is that in one of your books?
You don't recognize the name Urizen.
Are you telling us that only at a certain time, or like
time doesn't exist?
Okay, never mind that. Only when the gong is struck can we leave.
The gong has already been struck
in the theater. Are you there, Mantillo?
I'm in the doorway. Yeah,
you are
in the doorway.
Okay,
I got trapped by Maya.
I got you.
I was about to leave, and Maya grabbed me verbally.
She's doing this passive aggressive thing in the doorway where she's not quite out.
Yes,
exactly. Totally. Yes. Yes. Very much.
Space, time, positioning is all relative. Since it's in the theater, hidden beneath the hospital, the clown collects a vital liquid, and that liquid is the key out to what you consider to be the real world.
What do you call it? Because this is like the night. What is it? The night world? Is that the day world? Where we want to go?
There is no day world. There is no night world. It's all Carcosa.
We're supposed to go to the basement. That's what I'm hearing. I told you we should have gone down. Maybe you said you should have gone down. Maybe you wanted to go down.
So go. I didn't catch it all. Go down. Bang a gong. There's
In the theater
clown juice
beneath the
down there.
hospital, the clown collects a vital liquid.
Silence!
Oh, shoot.
Don't be rude now.
The phone rings. He picks it up. He's listening.
Maya reaches out and hangs up on the little receiver. She hangs up the phone. She's like, "We're not done yet. We thank you for helping us, but we're not done. We need to know more." The clown in the basement collects what? Tell us more.
He goes to put the phone back on the hook. So what more do you need? You're interrupting my time here.
What are you not telling us
Time doesn't
about?
matter.
When we hit the gong, what happens?
You have to make sure that the clown collects the vital liquid when the gong rings.
What does that mean? Collects the vital liquid. Who's
I
the clown?
do not have time to explain everything to you. Your vision and your perception is very finite. You are only beginning the journey. For me to explain to you all of this, it would make no sense to you. You bother yourselves with such questions. None of this is meant to be understood by such simple minds.
So there's a great big bird that comes out right to him from Maya. She's like, "Thanks for your help."
And he says,
"Thanks."
He says, "Case in point."
Yeah. See you, KB.
Let's go, Jerry. And Maya takes the pages in his hand and throws them to the floor, pulls them out of Jerry's hand, throws them to the floor.
Pages are like, part of something that's out of a book. Nothing relative that you noticed, Jerry, or would make you have to hold those for dear life.
That's fine. So I feverishly wrote down everything that Bale said.
Of course you did.
And I'm trying to cross-reference it in my brain with things that I know or that I thought I knew or anything. And I'm upset that they're dragging me away.
Can you now tell me that the phone doesn't have a cord that goes anywhere? It was just the phone plus the little curly thing to the handle.
There's a cord that goes into the floor.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
That's way too much reality.
I hung up on the devil.
You did. That was pretty good. That was a sweet move.
He just hit the receiver.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll never come back to bite you.
Bring it, my friend.
That was sweet.
Somewhere.
All right. Well, you ready to go find Urizen, the clown king, and his vital liquids?
He's not a clown king.
Sure, whatever. They're all a bunch of clowns.
It was Urzan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean, we look for stairs down or an elevator.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yep. With our 10-foot poles.
Yep.
Tap, tap, tap,
I'm going to
tap,
listen at doors.
Yep, that's right. Let me get my D6.
Eventually, we're going to roll a 1.
Unless you're a thief. And it's a 1 or a 2. Sorry.
I'm an elf.
Alrighty then. So at this point, you guys feel like you've been in here for hours upon hours upon hours.
Yes, we do.
I get out my phone.
Even more so than in the game. Like
okay.
more than that, Harrigan.
How many steps have I gone?
Yeah.
Longer than what we've actually played in the game.
So
wow.
Yeah.
So you go through, you're searching for this room, and you go through what appears to be nightmare of mazes of rooms beneath the Dorchester House, and eventually the disposition of the halls and decor fall more in line with what appears to be a theater, more so than a hospital. There are rich burgundy rugs, recessed lighting behind scalloped glass, gold-painted trim, and plaster Greek masks above doorways.
Didn't we find a theater when we were exploring the McAllister building, and does this match that theater?
I don't remember a theater.
No.
The theater was where the shootout was, where you were talking about, right? Like the pool of blood and the bullets.
Yep.
It does not.
That was a theater?
It does. Well, it was a ballroom.
Ballroom.
It was a ballroom.
I thought there was a theater nearby, but I'm misremembering.
But it is not the same. No.
Is there, can we tell maybe from the lighting what decade-ish this theater seems to be?
It's the 19 Blurblies.
Probably the 20s. 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a nice place. I mean, I guess if we're going to be trapped for a while, maybe this would be nicer than a institution.
On the stage, anywhere else, is there a gong?
Maybe a trapdoor. We're supposed to go down, I think, aren't we? Down in the pit or whatever.
You could, yeah. There's an actual usher that is standing there.
An usher?
First third. They'll be helpful.
Likely. In like a uniform with like a little pinstripe and stuff?
Like the bellhop.
Little hat.
Yeah.
Little hat.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And
let's all go to the lobby.
He's got a white plaster mask hiding his face.
I like that less.
Yeah, that seems less
white gloves. And doesn't say anything but gestures to you and puts out an open hand as if he was looking for maybe some tickets or something along those lines.
We're
I tear out
we're looking for Gerson.
I tear out a page of my book that has the symbol of the king in yellow and hand it to him.
He does this
nuclear option
with just like his stoic face mask, and he moves his arm as to gesture you forward, and he leads the way and escorts you into the theater.
Huh. There, it was useful. Good job.
Better write
I
this
ignore
down.
them, and I'm down.
Okay.
For whatever is going to happen.
Fair enough. So Mignon is following the usher into the theater.
Yeah, I will follow.
Maya too.
And he finds you a couple seats, but as you're making your way in, and from a room nearby, off the I guess maybe stage right, if you will, there is a sound of a gong, and an audience applauds.
Are there people in the room?
There are not.
Okay. Oh, it's a
where's the clown?
There is no sign of the clown at the moment. So
the usher doesn't respond.
There is the empty wooden stage, and it is starkly lit in front, at the front, and kind of higher than you.
On the way in, were there any like posters or anything that told us what play it was? We can presume, but
no.
Okay.
I will keep walking forward towards the stage.
Sure, but with the usher, Jerry escorts you to the front row.
Excellent.
Is there an orchestra pit in front? Down.
No. But as you get towards the front of
the
theater, it seemed like it was empty, but as you get to the front of the theater and you look behind as you're going to sit down or potentially grab your seat, there are what appears to be 50 faces watching the stage. But
people sitting there that we didn't see before.
Correct. And it's all, but they're not moving. Like strangely still. And
Like
even
mannequins or like people?
you're not sure. It seems blurry as well.
That kind of scares Maya. So we're heading, correct me if I'm wrong, we're heading like down an aisle towards the front row, right? Where Jerry's going to be sat. Maya's going to, if the other two didn't notice, Maya's going to be like, there's an audience in here now. Where are we going, Mantillo? Are we going down? You
I
think
want
there's a trap,
to. I want to go
door on the
back.
stage?
Yeah, I was going to get up on the stage and go look for a down. Maybe backstage, maybe a trap door.
I don't think we want to see this play, guys, or be in it. She's starting to get a little like concerned that we've been directed here to be part of something.
Sure, we're going to have our vital fluids collected. I'm going to hop up on stage if I can.
I don't think that's a good idea.
None of this is a good idea.
So wait, so I'm on the same page. The usher is moving to the front row and is basically
so we've all gone down to the front row.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there was talks of like Jerry's like, I'm following the usher. I'm gonna go get a seat.
Yep.
Edwin's talking about getting up on stage and looking for the concert box and all this other stuff. And then Harrigan, you were like kind of in the midst of the middle of that. So is everybody?
I feel like all of us walked down the aisle to the front row.
To the front.
Okay.
And then Mantillo kept going another 4 feet to see if she can get up on the stage.
He's heading for the stage.
Got it.
I think, Jerry, you're being sat. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm sitting now.
So
And Sean, Maya will peel off. She's not going to go up on stage.
Okay.
She's going to peel off and like keep an eye on the crowd and the exits and the balconies.
Sure.
Like what the fuck's going on in this room right now is what she's doing.
So I would say Harrigan and Mignon, as you kind of look at the front row, you're going to see and everything, the people that are in the audience, you know, a second. Sure, I'm being, I'm having a bad night. Okay.
You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break and then we'll come back for like 5 minutes.
Welcome
Not at
back.
all.
We all got popcorn and drinks, and we're ready to watch the play.
Concession stand is open.
Yeah.
What I was about to say was, Maya.
Two of us were peeling off. Yeah.
Maya and Jerry, as you are about to Maya, as you're about to peel off. Jerry, obviously, when you look at the crowd that's kind of staring at the stage, you realize that they are individuals that some of you recognize in the crowd. People that have passed away, grandparents, some close personal friends are sitting there in the audience, looking, staring at the stage.
Do I see anyone that I didn't know has passed away yet?
No, these would be all people that you recognize that have passed.
So sanity check.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay.
So any deceased relatives, personal friends. So Maya rolls a 1.
Good.
And Jerry rolls a 44, which is a critical success.
Also a crit.
Fantastic.
We laugh at your adventure.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, Grams.
That's right.
What's going
Uncle
on?
Barry, what's up?
So, cut to Maya sitting with her dead grandmother, like, it's been so long since I've seen you. We need to talk. We should catch up. I think rather, Sean, it's kind of more like of course, there are people I recognize, like my cousin was killed in a car accident, my grandfather, my mom. Of course. So it's more like a, what else is this place going to throw at us kind of thing. She's steeling herself against that.
Right.
Doesn't believe any of it's real.
No. Agent Mantillo, the stage is like 10 feet high. It's like very high. Well, probably 8 feet. Like it seems high. And there's a big distance, right, from the front row to the stage, because otherwise you probably wouldn't be able to see anything.
So, is there little steps around the side there to get up?
Got hair on my tongue. I can't get
Looking the cattle do that.
Talk about demonic.
He drank hair of the cat that bit him. Like, I don't know what is.
Hello, Cuddles. You know, as many animals I have in this house, I'm surprised I'm not eating hair every day. Honestly.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You are.
Yeah. There is two stairways that go up on each end. Sure.
All right. Yeah, I will go up if I can't. Yeah, so if I can't just pull myself up, I'll go to head to the stage and go up the stairs.
Okay, Agent Maya, what are you doing since you're peeling off?
She would probably go behind Mantillo because she was going to go to the foot of said stairs.
Okay.
But turn and just be like Overwatch, essentially.
Okay.
Like what's happening to Jerry? What's happening to Mantillo? Is anything weird in the balconies? She's just sort of like Overwatch.
Got it. And as you get to the stairs, then there is an unseen orchestra starts a strange looping dirge interspersed with a relentless drum. And a small clown emerges from the opposite side curtain from where you are.
On the stage.
On the stage.
I do have one question from a minute ago. When we heard the gong a minute ago, could we tell where it came from?
No.
Okay.
Just like echoes through the whole place.
Yeah. Boom.
Great acoustics, these theaters.
Okay.
The small clown, you guys notice, all of you notice, wears a strange multicolored outfit covered in triangles. And a clown mask covers, it's a very short clown, like child height.
Does Mantillo recognize this clown?
Mantillo probably does, yes. Clown mask covers the child's entire head. For those who have seen the clown before, give me a sanity from the unnatural check.
Here we go. Link.
Okay. Mantillo's good.
She's a
success.
How do you have 80 sanity?
I know. She's a fucking rock.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She doesn't believe anything. She's just like,
she's too sarcastic. It's just a bunch of bullshit.
If I can't punch it, I don't care.
For that same reason, she's a terrible girlfriend.
Jerry, do you have to roll?
Horrible.
Jerry, you got to roll, don't you?
Nah, I never saw the clown.
You never saw the clown?
No, that was Melman and Mantillo.
Was.
That's right.
Maybe our missing member.
Okay.
We can still roll if you want.
No, it was just the two of them.
I mean,
I know,
we heard
but
all
somebody
about it.
got really sick seeing a picture.
Oh, I'll roll.
In a bar, but I don't remember if the clown was in the picture.
I don't think so. I think the picture was
okay. That's fine.
Sean, I mean, we've all heard about the clown, though. Like,
you guys
ad
haven't
nauseum.
seen it. Nope, that's fine.
We have not. Okay.
Mantillo's seen it. Doesn't seem to care about it. That's fine.
It's got a bad memory. Like clowns, whatever.
They're all the same. They all look the same.
And the clown starts dancing on the stage in movements timed precisely to the music. It lifts a paper dragon from off stage.
So I guess I'm up there next to the clown, or next on stage.
Yeah, on the
looking around,
other side of the stage.
Yeah,
watching this performance.
More looking around to find a trap door or backstage. What's going on?
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, so
Maya's eyes are glued to the clown. What it's doing.
Let's see. What is your guys' alertness?
I'm looking around the audience for Pappy Roland.
53 alertness.
Is Pappy Roland dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him in the audience.
Oh, 50.
50. Everybody give me
53.
alertness rolls. I don't know why I asked for totals.
Success.
Well, I thought I rolled a 50 out of 50. But I rolled a 5.
And then there's
That's
Jerry.
funny.
Well,
Because
He's like
I'm looking at my
writing in
grandpa.
his book.
Jerry's
Yeah.
busy looking at in a different direction, but Maya and Mantillo, you witness what appears to be thin aerosol-like reddish mist creeping up from the audience, probably in front of Jerry, as Jerry looks behind him at the audience. And it's creeps up from the audience towards the stage like a faint cloud. And as
He's getting the vital fluids.
And as the paper dragon trails behind the clown, drawing patterns in the air, cutting through the red mist as it starts to take shape onto the stage. And it is the clown does it, it causes the red mist to vanish as if absorbing it.
But almost like he's drawing in the air.
Yes.
Is Jerry like covered by the mist? Like, is it thicker down low, or is it like all through the room?
It's probably up more towards the stage and is kind of like almost like a fog machine has come up from like in front of Jerry up onto the stage.
Does it show up on like our fingers or anything? Like, if you know what I mean, like is it a fog or a moisture that will collect on your clothing and your skin?
No.
So I feel like seeing
Not that
this
you could tell.
red mist come in, that would cause me to turn and look back out into the house to see where it's coming from, at which point I probably see the various dead friends and relatives.
Hey,
Let me give you another one of those sand rolls
please.
there. Oh, that seems fine. Maybe I don't quite recognize them. It's kind of misty. But it looks like it's coming from the people.
Well, I'd say it's probably in front of the people coming up onto the stage.
Okay, so it's not like coming out of their heads or anything.
Correct.
It's just sort of appearing and then.
And as the clown dances, the usher, Jerry, you notice that the usher comes next to you and he passes you a piece of paper.
I take the paper.
Okay. And on the paper, it says, watch until the end. And then, the exit is nearby. The clown has something you need, but you must wait for the dance to stop. And then it's got a dash and a capital B.
He is in bail.
Sure.
I mean, just so I got the right letter, as opposed to P as in pale.
P as in bastard.
Right.
Okay, so only Jerry has that information.
Yep. So I sort of see some of the red stuff coming into the clown and the dragon or whatever. So is the stage, my first impression when you said the stage was starkly lit, was that it was a bare open stage. But then you said the clown came out from the curtain. So way upstage, there's a curtain.
Opposite side.
But
stage right or stage left?
Stage left, but upstage or like is the stage itself visible from where I am, or are there curtains down that means there's part of the stage that's not visible?
Are you up there?
I'm up on stage.
Yeah. It's on the stage.
Yeah,
I'm on the stage.
Yeah.
And I guess my question is, as I look upstage, as I look away from the audience.
Yes.
Can I see like 40 feet back to a curtain, or can I see like
dark.
3 feet back to a curtain?
Totally dark.
So it's not starkly lit. It's dark.
Well,
the front is starkly lit.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Is what am I seeing here? What am I looking at?
There's the shells in front that line the stage that make it kind of glow, and then there's the clown that's dancing around. The stage goes back, but it's
not
dark
a bunch of big
in the
spots
back.
or anything.
Right. There's no backdrop necessarily.
Okay.
Well, I probably
so I can walk. I can walk back.
Sure. Yes.
And as I walk back,
if that is the question you have, you can walk back.
Well, that's part of the question. And then I see to my left, since I'm stage right, I see off stage. Like I can see between the lines of curtain legs, presumably there's some off stage off to the side there.
Yes.
and the clown came from the other side, from between some of the curtain legs over there. Cool. Okay. So yeah, so I'm sort of making my way slowly towards the back of the stage.
Okay. And as you do, like there's probably there's the front curtain and there's probably a back curtain as a backdrop. You go back there, it's like, I mean, the stage is wide. It's a good size theater stage. And it's, once you get behind that curtain, it's dark.
That makes sense. Yeah. So as soon as I pull aside the upstage curtain and look to look where the backstage is,
sure,
that's all completely dark.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No exit lights.
Okay.
Jerry, you were going to say something?
I'll walk the two.
I was to say, after reading that note, realizing that there will be an end to this, I want to get up and see if I can sit next to my Happy Roland and see if I can ask him a question.
Okay. So you get up and
I'll make my way towards him. Yeah.
Okay. You get up and he's probably he could be a row behind you and off to your right a little bit, and you could get up and walk over and you look at him. And as you try to get his attention, he's still staring at the stage.
I reached down to grab his hand. Do I feel anything?
And he disappears. Give me a sanity check. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That one I should.
Okay. And got it. So failure.
Yes.
Yes. And so as you do that, you notice that there is what appears to be a thick puddle of oil on the seat of the chair.
So I touch it, and then I guess to feel that it's like oil, and then bring it to my nose to smell it.
And as you bring it up to your nose, you notice that it's red oil.
But it's clearly oil because I know what oil is.
Right. Yes. So the viscosity of oil.
Okay.
And it appears, after you look at it, it appears to be rising from a small mechanical hole in the base of the seat.
So I definitely am going to probe the seat, and this totally baffles me. Because I was totally sold on this being some otherworldly, strange thing. Now to see something that looks like it was mechanical, I'm kind of questioning everything that's going on.
Okay.
I'll make my way back to my seat.
Okay.
As I think about this.
All right. Maya, what are you doing? Mantillo's going back to the back of the stage.
With Jerry coming back, as Jerry turns around, you probably see her on the stage like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you see him get up and walk down.
You see me keep looking back to that same seat, and
totally she's like,
confused.
Focus, the clown's collecting the fluid. We got to listen for the gong. We got to know where to go. In fact, don't sit down. Come up here. Come to the side of the stage.
So I'll just.
We gotta be ready to go.
I'll walk up to her with my hand out with the oil, and I'm rubbing it.
What is that? Is that?
I'm not sure. No, it's like an oil. I went to go see my grandfather, and he just disappeared.
That wasn't your grandfather.
All that was left was this oil, but it looked like it was coming out of the seat.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It looked like this oil was seeping from out of the seat. And I walk over to the nearest seat. And I look for a mechanical hole in that seat.
There's somebody sitting in it or an empty seat?
No, I go to an empty seat.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing.
It's a regular seat.
Maya's got one eye on the clown and on Mantillo. And Mantillo has disappeared now backstage. Is that right? Like upstage?
No, she's walking the perimeter of the stage. So you still see see her. She's basically coming up from behind the clown.
Okay.
Probably at this point.
So Maya's down with Jerry. Like, what are you trying to show me, Jerry?
So is whoever the next closest person is, I walk over and I think I just swipe through them.
It disappears. And
Maya sees this, right? Like,
yeah. Yep.
And then
do you ask Maya if she sees it?
No. I look back and see that she's watching me do this.
She's watching.
Yep.
And then I go down to the seat, and is it the same?
Maya, give me a sanity check. She hasn't seen anybody noticeably disappear in front of her.
Weird. That was totally weird.
Failure.
So Maya, you're like, oh, this person's sitting there, and then all of a sudden, like,
it looks like I go to like backhand this person, and I just swipe, and they disappear.
And there seems to be liquid coming up from the bottom of the seat.
And I call you over. I'm like, come here.
So she's hesitant, but she comes over. It's like, what? We don't have time for this. What is it? What does she see, Sean? How is it coming out of the seat?
Not sure. It's like literally a puddle that's formed in the seat, but it's coming from the bottom of the seat.
So she'll look under the seat.
Nothing you can see that there's no tubing or anything.
Okay.
Or pipes.
Jerry, it's weird, but all of this is weird. No different than anything else. We can't trust our eyes.
Where's Mantillo?
Up on the stage. We should go with her.
Mantillo's dancing on the stage. Beats to the music.
Near the clown. The clown is collecting the fluid, so we got to listen for the gong. What do we do when the gong goes off and the clown is like collecting? What do we do?
I'm not sure if we want to do anything.
But that's how we go back, right?
That's how we were told we go back.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm nervous now, and again, I've been kind of weird this whole time, but now I'm actually nervous.
Yes, you have.
For months, yeah.
But you have to notice that something is like, for some reason now, I think something's not right.
So I think there's a moment, Sean, when Maya and Jim, they're both scared about like what's going on. Like, we thought we would find a relatively simple way out of here. There's these ghostly figures in the audience. There's this bloody mist in the air. She takes Jerry by the hand, and she's like, "Let's go. Come on, up on the stage. Let's get Mantillo. Let's get the fuck out of here as soon as that gong goes off and the clown is done. We can talk about it later." She tries to lead Jerry up onto the stage.
I don't fight her.
Okay.
But I'm not running up there.
Fair. So you guys end up going up onto the stage, and
so I'll meet them center stage.
Almost as if like everything is being strangely, oddly choreographed to like you're rushing of the stage, Mantillo coming to the center of the stage, and the clown still dancing around. The music rises like we got to go. And the music all of a sudden starts to rise in sound and pace to a crescendo, and then suddenly stops. The lights go out. It's already a dark theater. Now it's all but black. And what seems that you cannot see the clown anywhere on the stage.
Can we still see the red glow at all, or it's
gone?
It was gone.
The clown has mopped it all up with the dragon.
Nice.
So when it goes dark, I squeeze Maya's hand.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm usually not very I'm not like that. I don't think Maya is either.
No,
romantic.
No, she's not.
But in the dark,
also no.
It's not like that.
The theater date. The lights go out, you squeeze their hand.
I think it's the fear of the unknown right now, because I am no longer sure what's going to.
Sean, is it silhouettes and like shadowy, or is it like pitch black?
It's pitch black, but as your eyes adjust, you can make out faint silhouette of where the clown may be, like on this, like, and it seems to be to the right on the stage, lying on the ground.
I will head towards that little bit of light.
Closest to probably Mantillo of all people.
We head that way too.
Okay. And as you
come on over here.
And as you get there, it's very like you're disoriented dark, right? And as you approach, you see the clown, which appears to be smaller than before, almost the size of an infant. And the paper dragon next to it is huge in comparison. And the whiteness of those two things all but glow in the dark.
I will pick up the dragon. And look at it.
Okay.
It's bigger now than it was, right?
It is, yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, I'll try to pick it up and look at it.
And there seems that you seem to hear something in the dragon. It kind of sloshes. It's got a little bit of, paper dragon can be pretty light. So there's a little bit of, it could be as heavy as, half a pound. That seems off.
I think this has the, whatever that vital liquid was is in here. It's look, and because I assume they're to me by now. So look, it seems to slosh a little bit.
Yep.
Maya says, shouldn't the gong be going off? Do we need to ring it?
Well, the gong started this whole thing, right? The gong was when we got here, and then the vital liquid was collected. After the gong is sounded, the clown collect the vital liquid. So that's all happened. I just don't know what we're supposed to do next. We've got this. What?
I was told the clown will have something we need.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's the
dragon,
and that the exit would be near here, or this is the exit.
Okay. Where's the exit?
But did the dance end? I guess it did. Right?
Yeah.
The end of the
what
dance.
are the clowns just lying on the floor now? I
will
just
rip the dragon open.
I was gonna say no. I'm holding. Is there like is it like a paper dragon that's folded and I can reach my hand in?
It's kind of sprawled out a little bit as it was kind of during the dance, but it's a little bit bigger. But I guess it's kind of tubular in its nature, and something seems to be inside.
But it's not like origami that I could sort of find my way in through without ripping it.
No, you probably have to rip it apart.
Well, while I say it, I take my pen from my book and I stab it in the belly.
Okay.
With my pen.
Yeah, and you go to stab it, and it's like
rock hard, like it doesn't go in.
It's not.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Look.
Sounds
we
almost
need that, right?
exactly like that, like almost verbatim.
Hey,
we
might need this. Like this is like a key, right?
Liquid. Yeah.
Right.
So I look around for an exit. Is there any light anywhere?
Oh, it's still really dark. Your eyes have adjusted a little bit, so you can kind of like not fall off the edge of the stage. But things are like, oh, it's black and it's blacker. Like that, and that's not as black.
This was an auditorium. Are there like the equivalent of emergency exits at the sides?
They're probably from the stage.
Oh,
from down
the house.
I was thinking usually those exits are like near the stairs. So people will come down the stairs and then go immediately outside from those.
The 20s weren't big on code. They were
fair enough.
Probably,
but there should be an exit. There's got to be a backstage exit.
Oh, there's exits all along the sides of the rows of the.
Or the other way, Edwin, like towards the box office, right?
Yeah, well, we could go back the way we came, but that doesn't seem right. Not near us.
You need to find the exit.
I want to start tipping. I'm going to tip the dragon and see if anything pours out or whatever. Forwards, backwards, slide it around. I don't know.
Okay. Say that again. I'm sorry, Edwin.
I'm gonna tip it so like the mouth is down, see if it vomits anything out, or
No.
tip it back up.
No.
But there's obviously something in there.
Yeah,
is what it
as you're
feels like.
moving it, it's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, blub, blub, blub.
So I squint my
Sound
eyes
effect.
and I try to read. Can I read in the dark?
You probably know the answer to that, Lou.
Probably need more water in there.
We
You
can
read
hear
in
it.
the dark. You can't read anything in the dark, buddy. It's like
All right.
dark.
And we
Then
have
I
no.
remember.
Yes.
No
Then I
lights
remember
on.
what I wrote down.
Yeah.
And it said that the liquid is the key to the real world. Was something that I wrote down earlier.
Yeah.
But I don't understand.
Nope.
Do we
Sean,
just
you-
wander? Do we just walk?
That's all we've ever done, right?
Sean, you mentioned that the clown and the dragon were glowing. They were
Yes.
white.
Yes.
We could read by that light, certainly.
The dragon.
Sure.
Pick up the clown. Pick up the
More
clown.
That's fine. Yeah, I just
Negative. I'm not touching the clown. You
Okay.
pick up the clown.
here's
All
the
right, I'll
clown
pick up
as
the
a
clown.
candle.
I am not touching the clown.
You pick up the clown.
I will pick up the clown.
I'm not picking up the clown. All right. It's a small infant size clown. Like I don't know,
Mantillo, don't fuck with
person.
that.
So you drop
Is
the
it-
you drop the dragon then?
No, I just pick up the clown. Like,
Oh,
It's
okay.
got two hands,
All
right?
right, I
Maya will
guess.
take
Is
the
it-
dragon.
The
and break
dragon's
it.
big,
Oh.
the clown's smaller.
All right, I'll hand it to Maya and pick
Maya's
up
got
the
the
clown.
dragon.
Okay. You hear the
Is it-
sloosh sloosh.
Is it like a marionette or a soft doll or a?
It appears
person?
to be what it appears to be a soft doll of some kind. Give me a sanity check.
I will search it, but I will also give you
You
a
do
sanity
not
check.
find anything on the clown.
Okay.
Success on the sanity
Nor-
check.
Nor are you troubled by frisking it.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
There's
at
the doll, right?
Noticing that it was dancing around.
Yeah.
Maya's got happy feet. She's like, "Let's go. Let's start trying to find our way out of here."
Let's
Like if
go.
the gong sounds again, maybe we can't go. So let's go.
Okay, where are we going?
Where would the exits normally be? Backstage.
Just normally they're just right there, and I sort of point towards like the two corners of the backstage.
We will search those places. I think, Sean, using the dragon light as our guide.
Yeah. Okay.
Just head in the direction and see where it goes.
All right. And you get out to the opening of the theater, the foyer.
Okay.
It's got
Like where the box office would be and all that stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely recognizable. We're still in the same place. It's just pitch black.
Well, yes, it's a little bit lighter out there. There's a couple lights on that dimly
Oh, head
light,
towards the light. I like that.
like the lobby, I guess, of the theater.
Let's all go to the lobby. Yes.
And you see a figure that's out by the where they would receive the tickets. Like if you had a ticket and they were the person was holding or
The usher?
The usher, yeah. But it's not. It doesn't look like the usher. It's another individual that's standing there.
With a mask.
Hey,
The different pop star.
It's not a mask.
do you know the way out of here?
And you notice it's Bale as he's standing
Oh,
there.
hey, Bale.
Uh-oh.
Hey, King Bale.
He says, "Give me the dragon."
Sure.
Will you?
I turned to Maya.
Yeah,
I
Maya's
reach
got the
out,
dragon.
I'm like, not so fast.
You want out?
Maya looks at Jerry.
He says, "Okay," and then he starts walking off.
No, Bell. I just have a question. I just don't want it to happen so fast. That's all.
So fast. Again,
So-
stuck with this time.
So we give you the dragon, and then what happens?
You got to get the liquid.
Liquid's in the
I
dragon.
tried that. I can't get it out.
Can't get it out. You haven't ripped the dragon. Just rip the dragon open.
Maya starts ripping the dragon open.
And there's a glass canister that's in there, like a thermosized glass container filled with deep red oil.
She throws the remains of the dragon aside and holds up the canister. How big is it? Like football sized or bigger?
Thermos size.
Thermos sized. But it's glass, so it's disgusting.
So it is glass.
She holds it out to Bale, one handed, just right to him. Let us out of here.
And he grabs it from you and twists off the top. He looks at all of you. He says, the patsu is the way out. And he takes a drink of the liquid and hands the container back to you, Maya. And then he vanishes like a photographic trick.
Maya's got goosebumps.
Sanity check from all of you, please.
Look, he turned himself invisible. Maybe that's all we need.
I failed.
Okay, Jerry succeeded. Maya failed. Mantillo succeeded. Okay. And Maya, as you're holding the glass container, you notice it growing lighter as the liquid inside it appears to vanish from top to bottom.
You mean it's like going down?
Yes. Give me a sanity check.
Another failure.
Bravo. And as it vanishes altogether and it's no longer... Go ahead.
She had no way to drink it?
Maya wants to drink it?
Oh, yeah. She was going to fucking drink it.
Okay.
Before it got to the bottom.
All right.
Absolutely.
So as you go to tip it, the liquid goes up into the bottom.
She's like, no. She's trying to get it out. Fuck.
Into the bottom of the thermos or the glass vial.
God damn it. Did he trick us? What happened?
And then
I don't know. Maybe we're...
it reappears in an identical manner, draining and refilling in a strange rhythm, like breathing.
So it's still in her hands, and now it's like
over and over again.
The Maya's holding it, and when it's coming close to where the top is, it's like, I'm going to do it.
Go for it.
So
Hand
as
it
soon
off
as
when
it
you're
comes,
done.
yep. As soon as it comes to that, like, where it's about topped up, Sean, she's going to take a big swig.
Okay.
Grimace, hand it off to the next person, and see what happens.
Who's the next person?
I'll grab it from her.
Okay. What do you do?
I wait to see if Maya disappears.
Okay.
Yeah, or vomits on the floor.
Maya crashes to the floor.
I will.
Okay. Crashes to the floor, like keels over.
Yeah, I will go down and check her vitals.
She is what appears to be alive.
Okay. Unconscious. Slap her a little bit. Maya, wake up.
Psh, 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 psh. Nothing.
Shit.
She's got the big Kool-Aid red smile. I'm drinking that shit.
Pretty much.
Hey, hey, genius, what's Patsu?
Patsu.
Let me roll for Patsu.
I think you know who Patsu is.
I think I do. I'm going to assume Patsu is not good.
Safe assumption, probably now.
Patsu's the way out. So is somehow Maya's spirit has left and her body's left behind? What do you think?
I'm not sure.
You want to drink this? Is the bottle still emptying and filling, emptying and filling?
It's just bubbling, and it's a little further down since Maya took a pull.
Oh, so it just emptied and refilled once?
Yeah. It emptied
I
and then
don't want to
refilled.
drink it because her body is here. I literally was hoping she would turn invisible.
Yeah, well, she's still visible.
Again,
she's still
with the
alive.
invisibility.
I don't know what he's doing.
Good. I will try to. Can I pour a little bit of it onto Maya? Does it like pour out if I tip it a little bit?
A little bit.
Like Colt 45. Pour one out for me, man.
Yeah.
Just a drop on her forehead or whatever?
You drop it on her forehead.
Just a drop of liquid on the forehead, yeah.
Yeah. Trickles off her forehead and down her side of her head.
Shit. Think she's there? Maybe. I mean, none of this stuff's. I grab a swig of it and sort of hand it off.
Okay. Jerry, what do? You see Mantillo take a pull.
I grab it and just wait for her to collapse on the ground.
All right. Not before too long, and Mantillo drops to the floor.
And
there's Jerry by himself.
with in his hand.
Grandpa's right back in there.
With the glass and the glass canister with the red oil in it bubbling, and two of his colleagues lay unconscious at his feet.
I'm very disturbed that their bodies are there. That is bothering me. If it was going to be some kind of magic or demonic thing, I would assume, their bodies would disappear.
Seem kind of disappointed, Jerry.
Jerry, master of the understatement. I'm kind of disappointed.
I'm like
in all of this.
So what pertinent information do I know about Pazu that I would need to know?
I think it's just a thing that's referenced. I don't think you think you know what Pazu is.
Okay.
I mean, it's not coming to your mind as an occult symbol.
Okay.
It's a more delicious variant of pad thai.
Maybe, possibly.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Thai
food.
I'm debating. You know what? While it's in my hand, I call out to Val.
Okay.
And I just yell into the heavens or at the ceiling of the foyer. I'm like, is this what you wanted us to do? I don't understand. I'm trying to learn, but I do not understand.
Okay. And we'll close right there for the evening.
Close there. Yeah, we will.
Con!
This has been a Litterbox Studio production.